Welcome, yogis, yoginis. This is quite a short little video, but it was really nice on a really wet winter's day, a very gentle restoring practice. So I grabbed a blanket and just placed that underneath my knees just for a little bit of support. And the first position we're going to come into is child's pose. So you can bring your knees actually quite wide, the toes can be together, and just allowing the hips just to kind of soften towards your heels. You could even bring the forehead down towards the mat. I prefer to have my fingertips and arms stretched forward. For some people that doesn't always work, so you might actually want to have the hands either side of you. And we'll just take a few deep cycles of breath here. So just taking 2 or 3 deep breaths, resting into your child's pose. And at the end of that third breath, you can just take your time just to come to sit back onto your heels, bringing the knees maybe slightly closer together, and just taking a moment there as well just to breathe. And then coming up onto the knees now. So if being on the knees doesn't work, you can sit down for this sequence, but we're going to move through the arms, reach the arms through the side, connect your hands together above the head. Then as you exhale, bringing your hands back to the chest. As you inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up, trying to keep the shoulders soft as the arms reach up, hands to your heart. Breathing in, sweeping up. Nice stretch here. So your chin and your gaze might even lift as the arms come up. And maybe thinking about how the breath can start to feel more spacious and free with every cycle of movement that you take. And then what we'll do the next time, as you reach your arms all the way up and over, connecting fingertips and palms, just bringing a little bit of a back bend into that position. So just check in with the body, just move to whatever depth feels most appropriate for you, keeping the shoulders very relaxed. And then drop your right hand towards your right leg, left arm reaches up and over for a little side stretch. Just notice if the chin starts to jut out, just try to maintain length through the back of the neck. Switching to the other side, left hand down, right arm lifts. Bringing energy into the sides of the waist, and then gently releasing, coming back to sit on your heels. So next, I would like you just to come to sitting with the legs out in front of you. We're going to do a nice little fluid action and movement to free up the spine. Bring our legs out in front, feet are roughly hip distance or even slightly wider, actually can feel really nice here. Plug the heels into the earth, extending your arms out in front of you, and you're going to take rotations through your pelvis. So you can use the arms as well. So even though the action is kind of happening through your pelvis, finding that fluid motion with the arms. So straighten the arms as you come forward, bending the elbows as you come back. So this may help you, it might not, but you can visualize stirring a pot in this kind of motion. So you almost feel like you're holding onto a huge big wooden spoon and you've got a huge bowl stirring. Take a pause in between. So you're just going to bring your hands to the legs and then we'll switch direction in a moment. Keeping the spine long as you pause here, and then go in the opposite direction with that kind of stirring rotation, those circles. Using a nice fluid breath and fluid movement together. Breathing in to come forward, breathing out to go back. So just beginning maybe just to finish up that last one. And coming all the way back up to a long spine, release the hands onto the lap. Trying to sit as tall as you can. We're going to cross the ankles or the shins to come into a twist, left hand to the left leg. And then what we're going to do is bring the right hand to the space behind you. As you bring the hand behind, your heart and your chest follows. Trying to keep the chin level to the floor. And you might even offer your gaze towards that right shoulder, casting the eyes. And then release, twisting to the other side. Left hand comes behind you, right hand can stay onto your right knee or thigh. Sitting as tall as you comfortably can, finding some space for the spine. And then as you exhale, releasing from your twist. So let's bring the feet back out in front, this time soles of the feet together, bending the knees, a great position again just to free up a little bit of space into the pelvis. Interlacing your fingers, press your palms away and just start to lean a little bit forward. And then you're going to rotate, bring your palms back together. Engage your core slightly as you lean the body back. So you're finding this kind of rocking motion. Press your palms forward as you breathe in. Palms together. Squeezing slightly in through the belly as you lean back. Breathing in, shift your weight forward. Soft exhale breath as you start to lean back. And I do find this can be really, really supportive for the lower back as well. So if you find you get particular tightness into your lower spine or your pelvis, this could be a really nice way just to kind of free up a little bit of space. So keeping that melody of the breath, breathing in and out, and just pausing the next time you come back through center, connecting your palms. And then just helping the knees to come all the way back together. And then shifting very gently to tabletop position to hands and knees. So as you come to your tabletop position, all we're going to do is take some weight forward and back with the body. So finding this gentle kind of sway action of bringing the weight forward and back. So taking the breath in, coming forward as you exhale, sending the weight back. So just feeling into the hands. So of course as you come forward, feeling much heavier into the wrists as you go back, heavier into the knees and into the hips. Quite a supportive way to bring focus into the wrists. And then from here, let's rest. Child's pose. This time I created 2 fists with the hands and just bring the forehead down just to rest there. And deepen the breath, resting. And then just coming back to sit onto your heels. And just getting yourself into a comfortable seated position. So I actually use my blanket again just to sit on, just folding that over. And then just come into a position where you can sit tall through the spine as we come through our mudra meditation practice just to finish. So we're going to use yoni mudra, which is the kind of inverted triangle shape. So just to begin with, relaxing your shoulders down your back and then just connecting the palms together in front of the chest in your namaste prayer position. So for the inverted V shape, allow your fingertips to face down, your first 2 fingers stay together and then your thumbs stay together. So create that triangle shape and then you draw the hands all the way down towards the front of the pelvis. And then scoop the hands back up towards the chest. And then you just continue to take that movement, breathing in as you exhale, yoni mudra down, and then scooping the hands all the way back up. So I find this practice really supportive just to tune in to my body, to my breath. So closing the eyes is always really nice. and just taking this at your own pace, your own rhythm of movement. So our yoni mudra, or hand gesture, expressing the divine feminine. Yoni is the source of our creation, the source of our drive and desire to manifest. So it might be that you can start to connect into that type of energy as you continue through your mudra practice. So you can continue this mudra, this hand gesture practice, for as long as you feel that you need today. So that's kind of the beauty of this last part of the practice. You might stay here for a little while longer. When you have finished, bring both of your hands to your heart space, just resting onto your chest, maybe keeping the eyes closed, and feeling the coming and the going of the breath beneath your palms. Reconnecting once more to your breath, to your body, to yourself. And then I will close this video here, wishing you a really beautiful day, and thank you so much for joining me.